We're going to turn the AC inverter on. All right. Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Den of Tools. Not sure if you know this, but September is National Disaster Preparedness Month. Are you ready? Well, guess what? EcoFlow reached out and said, hey, we want to work with you. We want to sponsor a video, get the word out. And I said, you know what? We always talk about the big power stations. I want to talk about one of the smaller ones, but the smaller yet more robust power stations that can be used in a lot of situations, but specifically one that's closer to my heart, and that is people with sleep apnea who use a CPAP machine. I use one, and a lot of the people I know use one. In fact, we had a situation, and I'm sorry to say, a few years back during a winter storm, the power went out in town, and a gentleman who lived in an apartment, he couldn't have his own power backup. He couldn't have a generator out there or anything else. He didn't have any kind of power backup, and his CPAP went out, and he passed away in his sleep. Now, the reason I bring this up is something like this could have helped him, and I'm going to show you why. But first, I put it to test last night because I don't not only run a CPAP, but I run a CPAP with a heated water reservoir, which uses far more power, 10 times the power, I think, than a regular CPAP machine. So I tried it last night, and I'll tell you what, I ended up with 68% power left. That tells me that I can get 3 solid nights of sleep with this machine, which means the power can be out for quite a bit, and I know that I'm going to be able to wake up in the morning. Not to joke about it, but it is, you know, it's a serious issue for a lot of people. Anyway, let's do a little bit of power testing though to see what all it can handle, and then I'll tell you more about it. Here it is. It's the same design as the last one, just clearly a little bit bigger, a little bit more robust, and a little bit more on the inside. Let's peel that off so we can get a real view there. And of course, the display never really comes through on camera as well as it does in real life. We're looking at 68% left. It says hours of 99. That's just because there's nothing using it. As you can see, we got the 3 USBs plus the USB-C. We got 4 110s across the bottom. And then we've got 2 of the 12 volt barrel, as well as the, I'm guessing, cigarette lighter under here style. There we go. The rest of it, we got an exhaust fan over here. We got your 2 types of charging ports there on the back. Another fan port over here. On the bottom, we just got the feet. And up top, you know, I always say that I hate it when they put the handle up top, and they don't on this. They put it on the back. And this thing is, it's not that heavy. It's great, and it's an easy way to carry. But the best thing I like about it is when you got it all set up, let me get it nice and stable there, you've got a little tray there. Look at that. There's a little edge right here. So you can just use this to toss your stuff and set it up there, and it won't roll off. All right, we got a little torture brigade set up here to see how the EcoFlow handles it and see where it dies. So let's make sure he's awake. We're going to turn the AC inverter on. All right, nothing kicked to life. First thing we're going to do, we got 2 of the arc lithium. These are the big boy batteries for the snowblower. 12 amp hour, and it's currently sitting at, I think, oh yeah, look at that, real low, both of them. All right, so we're gonna plug him in first, see what he thinks about that. All right, 191, 233, 334, 412, wow. We'll let him stabilize. Let's see if we can handle the grinder. We're at 630. How about the air compressor? That's a big no. It said no on that. All right. Let's turn this off. Let's see if we can do the air compressor on its own. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Can't do the air compressor on its own. Nope, it's not going to handle the air compressor. That's too much. All right, well, let's do this. Plug him back in. Turn it on. Charger's going to kick in. Okay, 400, that's about right. Grinder gets going. 600, okay. And now, it's no load. That's 791. It's a pretty good amount of power. Now I want to talk about some of the charge times that this thing is rated for. With a phone, 57 charges of a phone, camera 39, drone 15, laptop 10.2 hours. That one's kind of important. And you may think that I don't need a laptop during preparedness, but sometimes the only way to communicate is through internet. There's sometimes where you can get internet, but you can't get a phone signal. It'll run a light for 23 hours. It'll run a CPAP. It says it's rated for 13.8 hours, but I was getting, even with my water reservoir, I was clearly getting far more than that. All right, and some of the features that make EcoFlow the most reliable, power system out there is the fact that they use top-line building materials, they use excellent electronics, and of course, they're converting all their units now over to LiFePO4 batteries, or at least all their portable power units and stuff. That's a 10 years of use. They have a 5-year warranty. It gets you, they're more stable. They're not prone to thermal runaway like lithium-ion batteries are. This unit has the EPS. That's the emergency. So it's what switches on the power. It becomes a unlimited power supply, basically. So if you plug your device, like your CPAP, into this, and you plug it into the wall, this stays powered, and then if the power goes out in less than 30 milliseconds, it switches over to battery, and now that kicks in, so your device doesn't turn off. It just keeps running, and that is important, especially when you're talking about devices like I rely on. Of course, in an emergency, even if it's a longer one and you run out of power, what are you going to do? Well, you got 4 ways to charge this. You can plug it into AC, you can charge it off of your car, you can plug it into solar, or you can plug it in via USB. There's lots of ways to get power back into this thing. A lot of people complain, well, it's not like a gas generator. I can't just pour gas into it. There's other ways to get power back into a power station. Solar and plugging in are just 2 of them. Anyway, I want to thank EcoFlow again for sponsoring this video and sending this over for review. This is a solid unit. I'm really excited about it, and it's going to be living right next to my bed, right next to my CPAP. I also want to thank them for bringing this up and making everyone aware. September is National Preparedness Month, for any kind of disaster that may come. I don't want to get into a political discussion down below. You can talk. The fact is, climate is changing. Whether you consider it man-made or whether you consider it natural, then we're not going to get into that discussion. The fact is, at the end of the day, you need to be prepared for whatever comes so you can take care of yourself and your family. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.